Good morning, everyone. This is Keith Grounsell, candidate for sheriff in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm coming to you again from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Today, I want to talk to you a little further about an issue that I brought up, and it's women's rights. I discussed that in one of my previous videos, but something that's very important to me is to recruit more women in law enforcement. I think it's something that has been lacking since the inception of law enforcement. Over 50% of our population is women. Most of our calls that we go on involve women. And a lot of times they're domestic violence related. South Carolina for the last almost 15 years has been #1 or in the top 3 for violence against women in the hands of a man. That's death of women in the hands of a man. We're #1 in that category consistently over the years. Do you think when deputies respond that these women necessarily want to speak to a man at that moment? Probably not. But we don't have any options available to us. If we only have 1 or 2 women on every single platoon, on every shift that responds. So what can we do to recruit more women into law enforcement? I don't have all the answers to that. I'm going to look for women in the community to partner up with the ladies that we already have in law enforcement, the professionals that are already there, and give me those ideas. I need to hear these things. I have been blessed throughout my career to have worked with some very strong women, from undercovers, starting back at Greenville City, all the way to working with different undercovers with SLED and with surrounding agencies when I worked undercover for the Greenville County Sheriff's Office and with the Drug Enforcement Administration. Also, when I was in Afghanistan working under a contract for the Department of State, I was involved with the training of the first women's police force, which was an eye-opening experience in and of itself in a culture like that. I'd love to explain some more about those stories that I saw there. Also, I was blessed enough as the national coordinator here in Haiti, my first 11 months, I was over the coordination of a 140-person formed police unit made up of all women, with a woman on all the command staff, and there were a few men that were in their support staff, but it was predominantly women. And women have a different approach to things. They come in with the approach of wanting to talk things out. They're experts at de-escalation of force. A lot of times, as a man, I can say this, a lot of times we come in there, we're sizing people up, and sometimes we're ready to fight a little too early. And I think we can learn a lot from women in law enforcement, but we have to do a better job at recruiting women into law enforcement. And a lot of times women have issues such as they want to have a family, they want to have children and things like that, and rotating shifts doesn't allow that. So I don't know what we can do. We're a large enough sheriff's office where we can think outside of the box. I've done some research and I've seen where large agencies have put in-house daycares in place. And actually, these are round-the-clock daycares where they take a deduction out of the paychecks, whether it be $50 a week or whatever it is, where they actually have daycares and they have outside personnel that come in that are professionals in early childhood development, and they come in and they watch the children. So when that deputy works that rotating shift and they get to the call at the last minute and have to work overtime for 2 hours, they know their child's safe and nobody's going to be calling them and saying, oh, you're late to pick up your child. So I think that's just one avenue, but I think it's very important for us, and especially for the leadership, if I'm blessed enough to be the next sheriff, to listen to the women that are already in law enforcement, who've already overcome these obstacles, and then listen to the professionals, the women out in the community that maybe would be interested in law enforcement, and explain some of the hurdles they've had to overcome and see what we can do to overcome and adapt to that. But that's one of the top priorities amongst many, but I would love to get more women involved in law enforcement to equal out what we are in-house compared to the demographics of society today. So looking forward to talking more on that topic, and God bless everyone, and looking forward to seeing you soon.